All right, folks, so I'm trying to get back into this. I took about a month off from making videos because of some issues going on over here in the local home front. Nothing too bad, but stuff that definitely prevented me from making videos. So, all right, let's get back to it. Let's do the RovyVonm E3 Angel Eyes. So, first off, I want to start with the case. I like that it's got a reusable, kind of looks snap type case here. It's got this embossing here. And when you get the light out here, let's go ahead and pull it out. Boop, boop, boop. It's kind of stuck in there. There we go. You got a manual, you got a clip, got a little keyring O-ring, right? A little keyring split O. And if you don't know who RovyVonm is, if you're watching this video and aren't sure who they are, they're kind of like keychain light experts, right? They really know what they're doing. So this is their latest iteration. This is the E3 Angel Eyes. It's got this beautiful green anodization. I love that. And the promise of this light is to be very small, which it is. Take a look at it next to my Synergy 2 here, or my Hanko. You can see it's very, very tiny little light that can sit on your keychain. And here it is next to an alpha pen, just to give you an idea of how long it is next to a full-size pen. It's about the thickness of a pen, all right? Now, it's lightweight, super lightweight. And part of the reason is because right now, inside, and this is what's so special about this light, it is dual power source. And inside, and let me lift this up here, it's got a little clasp here that's metal. And I love that this light is really well made. You lift that up, slide it out of the way like this, and there's a spot for a AAA battery. AAA battery can go right in there like so. So this is dual power source. There's a LiPo in there on this side already, and you can put an alkaline in there for backup or primary use if you like that. So let's dive into the UI now. So I've got the alkaline out of the light right now. And if you just press, it lights up blue, and it kind of just comes on for a moment in moonlight. Well, actually, I'm sorry, not a moment. It comes on constantly in moonlight if you press it. So just a short press will take you to moonlight. And moonlight is very low. We'll do measurements in a moment. But I wouldn't be, this is recessed. It's got a raised lip right here, metal button with a metal raised lip. So it's very unlikely it would get pressed in your pocket or on your keys. However, if it did, this moonlight runs over a day. So don't worry about it. It's not going to kill your battery. You notice at some point. However, there is a lockout function. So if you press 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see here, did I get it? Yep, see the flashing there? And then it should have flashed up here, but I think I had it turned away from the camera. Now notice if I press it, nothing's happening. So yeah, see, it just kind of confirms it's locked out. So what you do is you go 1, 2, 3, 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it just flashed a moment. And you can see now if I press once, it'll come on to moonlight. And remember, the short presses only come on to moonlight. So if you want to get it on, you press and hold. And when you press and hold, it's a momentary turbo. So that's its highest value. That should be about 700 lumens for this model. We'll talk about emitters in a moment. And again, so if it gets smashed in your pocket, it's not going to kill the battery because, you know, it'll be unmatched at some point. Now, if you want it on, it's got a very similar interface to the AceBeam E70, which is a double tap for on. So you just go tap, tap. It turns on, and then you tap once, and it rotates between low, medium, and high. Low, medium, high. Press and hold will turn it off. Okay, so tap, tap to come on, press and hold to turn off. All right, so that's a pretty easy interface, pretty straightforward. I love it. And here's my favorite thing. There's a hidden strobe, but watch this. You have to press 3 times while it's already on, and no less and no more than 3 times. Here, let me show you what I mean. So if it's off and you go 1, 2, 3, oh, it did come to turbo. Never mind, I was wrong about that. But watch this. So from off or on, 3 times. Watch. 1, 2, 3. Oops, I see I missed it. 1, 2, 3. And see it goes into strobe. Now, what's interesting about this is if I mash it a bunch of times, like 4 or 5 times. Let's go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I messed it up. Hang on, guys. I'll try again. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, it doesn't turn on. You literally have to go 1, 2, 3, and then it goes into strobe. So I like that you have to do deliberately 3 presses in a short amount of time to get to strobe. I like when strobe is hidden like that. Now, let's talk about its multiple power sources before we get to the lumens, okay? This has a LiPo built into it, right? So why would you want a AAA? Well, LiPos can, they can dissipate their charge over time. So if you were storing this in a car and you wanted to make sure as an emergency light you had power, you might want an alkaline or maybe even a AAA lithium-based, not lithium-ion, but lithium-based, the ones that have like 15-year shelf life. You might want one in there as an emergency light. Now, what's interesting is this light can be set up like that, so like a backup source, or it can be set up as using this as a primary source. So maybe the LiPo is already dead. You're not carrying it with a LiPo. So it's lightweight because you're not carrying it. I'm sorry, I said LiPo. You're not carrying it with an alkaline. So it's lightweight. And then all of a sudden the battery dies on you. So you just pop into the store, buy an alkaline, throw it in there because you don't have time to recharge. You just need a light. Then it'll kick over to you immediately. And that logic of whether it's a backup or primary is manually set, okay? Or automatically set, actually. So here, let's look at the auto set first. So if I double tap to turn it on, you see there was a little blue light right here where it says LiPo. So let me turn it off. Watch, I'll double tap again. Okay, here we go. Double tap. See LiPo lights up blue, and it's on. Okay. Now, if you open the side here, okay, get that open, and you slide it out of the way, and you just put a AAA in there, okay? When you turn it on, it's going to notice that it's in there, and watch, it switched over to the AA, and it was a green light, and now it's running off of the AA alkaline. So it's just as simple as that. And when you get to go back to the LiPo, you just take it back out, right? So slide it out, and notice, and see it's already switched. And so I didn't do anything. I just put one in there, automatically worked. So that is one way to use it. But let's say you want it in that first use case scenario I said, which is it's a backup light in your car. So I would put it in, okay, close this up. Now, while it's off, press 4 times. Sorry, that's wrong. That would go to lockout. Sorry, strike that. While it's in moonlight, press 4 times. Okay, so I tap once to go to moonlight and see it's on green. And by the way, that gives you kind of an idea that you're in the right mode to switch the power source, because when that goes on like that, it's listening. So watch, I go to moonlight, it's on, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's now switched over to blue. We are now on the LiPo. And another thing I'll point out before I even hit the lumen tube here is if I press and hold to go to turbo, you'll see that's really bright with the LiPo source. But if I go to moonlight and 1, 2, 3, 4, switch it over to alkaline, you notice that when I press and hold, it's not as bright. And we'll see that on the lumen tube right now. I'm happy to say, folks, that I've upgraded my lumen tube a little bit. The lumen tube itself was very calibrated, but the actual meter I was using left a little to be desired, so I upgraded it. Notice it's reading about 1/10 of a lumen right now, that dot there, 1/10 of a lumen. That's just from my video lights. Oh, here we go. If I cover the tube, you'll see I got 0. I'm gonna leave that 1/10 of a lumen on just for a moment for video reasons. Let's, oh, we got a helicopter coming over. I'm gonna do this video in one take, guys. I don't wanna do any editing this week. So it'll pass and then we'll check it out. You know what, let me defeat my video lights and see if it looks like too much trash without them. It's all right. So we're at 0 now. Okay, so let's see. I'm on the alkaline. Okay, alkaline and moonlight and sublumen. Not even a tenth of a lumen. I totally believe that. It is so dim. Okay, now let's kick it over to LiPo. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what it registers. Still under a tenth of a lumen. Totally believe it. Okay, so let's double click and let me make sure I'm on the low. Okay, so on low, this is LiPo now. You can see that I got 10 lumens. That's a decimal right there. So 10 lumens on the nose. Let's go to medium. 100 lumens. And let's go to... Oh, I'm off the scale. Oh, hang on a second, guys. This new meter... Hang on. Boop. Okay. Come on, turn off. There we go. This new meter, if I... Okay, so I must hit hold somehow. All right, let's turn hold off. Let's change the range to where I can read. This will be times 10. So anything on here, add a 0 to it. All right, here we go again. So let me... Okay, so I'm on the low. So it doesn't even register because it was 10 lumens. And so maybe it should have been 1, but you get the idea. All right, let's... All right, so now here's the 100 lumens, right? It says 9, so 90, but I'm in the wrong range for it. Let's go one more, and now we're reading almost 600 lumens at start. Now, I've been playing with it, and it was hot because I was messing around with it. So they claim 700 lumens output. I'm getting about 600. I think that's fair. It's not fully charged right now. It's a little bit warm for me playing with it. Speaking of charging it, there's a little flap back here. USB-C, and when you plug it in, a little light, charging light comes up right there, which illuminates when it's fully charged, when it's charging, and it goes out when it's fully charged. So let's take a look at, let's see here, I'm on the LiPo, so let's go to Moonlight, and 1, 2, 3, 4, go back over to the AA, do the same measurements. Okay, so here should be low. Oh, let me change the rate. Okay, so here we go. So I'm on ones right now. So it's 5 lumens instead of 10. So it looks like it's about half, and that's very normal. Let's go up, and it was 100 lumens, and now I got 20. And then the other one was about 700 lumens, somewhere in there, and now we're getting 100. So there you go. So from 100 to 700. Depending on whether you're using the AA or the LiPo. So LiPo is definitely a brighter power source, but if you need light in emergency, can't beat the availability of AA's. Let's see here. Anything else before I wrap up? This is a great little light. Oh yeah, one last thing. So actually 2 last things. Let's do tint, and then let's do the beam shape, okay? Now, one of these things I adore. One of the things I do not adore about the light. So let me show you. Okay, so let's turn on the Sekonic, and let's get ourselves a reading here. So let's make, okay, so we're on AA, so let's switch it over. Okay, all right, so I'm on a medium right now, and I'll measure it, and yes, I do have my video's lights on, but that was overpowering it. And you can see it's almost 200 above Duve, and the R9 is very low. The emitter used in this light is the SST20, and this particular one has a 6500 in it, so 6500 Kelvin, that is. So this is a green kind of really low CRI, low R9 emitter. So if you want sure output, the SST20 and 6500 would be a way to go, and that's what they shipped me. That is not what I would have picked. It's just what they shipped me. I would suggest you get the same light with a 4000 Kelvin SST20. They have that as an option, and that's what I would get. That thing should be near to neutral, maybe a little bit above BBL, but probably a lot closer than 200 above. And it's going to be 95 CRI. So you're going to lose a little output. Instead of being 700 lumens, it should be around 400. But trust me, it's worth it. I would get the better tint. All right, so that's my thing that I don't think is so great about this light, is just the version I got. But I want to show you this. And this will be the thing that I will finish on. Let's look at the white wall here, and I'll show you something. Okay, check this out. Let me turn it on. Click, click. Look at that round, even beam. I love it. By the way, against my video light, which is completely neutral, you can see how green that beam is. So if you're sensitive to green, definitely don't get the 6500K. But you can see, so I'm on low now, and you can see it's very low. That's not even moonlight, that's just low. Here's medium, and then here is the high. And yeah, so I love the beam. The beam, there was 0 artifacts, and I actually like this light a lot. I think it's really cool. And the option to remove this battery and not use it and just run on the LiPo, it's actually considerably lighter when you take this out. So this is a classy, neat looking light. I love the all metal construction. And with these little screw points here, now that I've got this video shot, I'm going to try and open it up. I'm going to try and open it up, get at that emitter, maybe put a Nietzsche 519A or something in there. But this is a cool light, and check it out. I like the dual chemistry battery options. There's a lot of flexibility with this light. All right, guys, see you in the next video.